I'm Lucy Edwards, Director of Strategic Engagement at Metaport and VHT Studios. And today I'm with Lisa Poggi, and Lisa is the broker of record, New Jersey, for Douglas Elliman. And you have an amazing office here, Lisa. And I would love to talk about your history. You've been in business for 37 years. I'm sure it has been a great success and maybe a bumpy ride, but you are here with this amazing new team.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I started initially in 1986 with Dick Schlott, which was eventually bought by Coldwell Banker NRT, and worked for 10 or 12 years there and ended up in a new homes position for Roseland Property Company.
Oh, okay.
When I was overseeing new development for Roseland Property Company, I was involved initially in the beginning of Port Imperial in Weehawken in West New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the first 2 miles there of Port Imperial. So I initially started at Port Imperial for Roseland Property Company, handling all the pre-planning of the developments that were to come, and then eventually opening the first leasing building, the landings at Port Imperial. I ended up spending 10 to 12 years in the new development side for large public builders like Beazer, Pulte, and Lennar as Vice President of Sales and Marketing. And 15 years ago, in 2008, when the market had issues, they downsized my position at Lennar overseeing Port Imperial. And I ended up, through prior relationships with Douglas Elliman, I ended up going to Douglas Elliman.
So you've been with Douglas Elliman for 15 years?
15 years last week, November 28th.
Really? Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
And it's such an amazing company, Douglas Elliman. You know, it is, it's national, and you also have really great international support. So yeah, that is 15 years. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And it started initially because we were overseeing the development at Hudson Club. And so we were just really an on-site company handling the outsales of the units at Hudson Club. Once that development finished out, Howard Lorber, our chairman, saw that we had some strength in the market and allowed us to open up our first office in Hoboken.
So that's why you are so hands-on. So you're very famous for knowing everything from A to Z. You run this office as your own business. And you are able to do everything, and you are able to help all your agents to grow because you've been through so many different positions throughout your 37 years that you feel comfortable and you know just about everything, right?
Correct. Well, it's, old school. Mm-hmm. So back in the day when I started in 1986, we didn't have MLS systems. We had a phone book.
I remember it was huge like this.
We had a phone book that would come every Thursday, and we'd sit there Friday with our highlighters and calling our clients to make appointments to get in to see properties.
Well, thank God for internet. You don't have to do that anymore.
That's true. That's true. But now that has brought in a whole host of changes that before your strength was knowing your market, knowing how to service your clients and how to sell a home. Now you have to be somewhat tech savvy or very tech savvy to compete in this market. And that's why it's important for us to have companies like VHT and George that can do the things that I used to hire a photographer and have to download and resize and figure out how to, do nothing more really than just put the listings on the MLS. But now we have companies like yours that help us to do what we do best and you do what you do best. And together we make a beautiful partnership.
Well, I appreciate that. And George, indeed, yes, he joined us even before VHT when I had my own company, and he puts his heart and his soul into everything he does every day, and he really cares. So yeah, I appreciate you mentioning that.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome.
And let's talk about the support for your agents. Well, thank you for talking about VHT and that we offer the photography and all the marketing tools. But I understand that in your office specifically, you have a lot of support for your agents. You have marketing, you have social media person, you have someone at the front desk every day who can help your agents. So what marketing tools are you using to support your agents and separate them from the competition?
We do. The benefit of Douglas Elliman is even though we are a national brand with international reach through Knight Frank, we're a wholly owned company. We're not a franchise. So we believe that we need to support the agents to an extent to let them do their business. And with that, in the office here in Fairhaven, we have full-time admin. I have somebody much younger that can handle social media for the agents, do their marketing. But a lot of that they're doing is through the systems and the marketing tools that our corporate company provides. So I don't have to be an expert, or the agents don't have to be an expert on the certain programs. They have to know that they exist, and they have to know that they're available to them. But then the marketing person will take that and do their social media, do their e-blasts, do their mailers, and all of those things for them.
And I understand that though the office itself is young, but you have really strong groups and teams, teams that joined your company and joined your office. And actually they are here today. I was very surprised how busy your office is. It's fabulous. So how do you attract newcomers like that? And they are experienced, strong teams that joined your company.
They are, and we're very proud and lucky to have them. But I think really what makes agents or teams make the decision to move to us, first of all, it's because of our reputation and our branding. And there are several, we have a lot of competition throughout the area, and they're all great agencies. But what really sets us apart in the markets that we're in, which Fairhaven, Rumson, Hoboken, is commutable to New York City. So if you live here and work in the city, you're aware of who Douglas Elliman is. Right. The buyers over the past several years moved to these areas because of the easy commute. But if they work in the city, they know the Elliman brand and they want someone from Elliman to find them. And by contrast, when someone is selling or moving up within these areas, they know that the New York market is going to come to purchase. So if they're going to come to purchase, they want the New York style of the marketing and the branding that we do that differs from the local, very successful companies in the area.
Yeah, and I appreciate that as well. Yes, Douglas Elliman, especially in the city, is so well known. And also you are at the right place with the trains and ferry and the commute to the city. So that was a great decision that you made to park yourself right here in Fairhaven. That is, and plus the neighborhood is just so beautiful and it's close to the ocean. So yes, I think. And I love the office itself. It looks really great. And now it's well decorated. So
That's right. Right.
You are still moving in. You're still putting some beautiful paintings on walls. But I'm sure that probably by the end of the year, it will all be done. Speaking of the end of the year, how do you look at 2024? What do you anticipate? And what are you bringing to the table for your agents for them to flourish next year?
Well, 2024, I think, is going to continue probably at a steady pace as we are this year. I mean, we're in the holiday season now, so there's less inventory as there is all over.
Always, yeah.
But I believe that once we hit after normally Super Bowl Sunday is when your residential market, I always used to say I learned early on, Super Bowl Sunday to Mother's Day is the real spring market. You have to have your home on by Super Bowl Sunday, and that's when people come out to look. And that's even more important when you're in a shore community like we are here, because people are making their plans for the summer to be someplace, either rental, summer rental, beach rental, or, purchasing a home that they can commute to easily. So that's where we see the height of the spring market happening. And then the closings usually happen just prior, July, early August, prior to kids starting school. So, I think we're doubling down on our training. We're making sure that everybody, all the agents, understand the tools that are available and getting them back to the basics. Making sure that they're calling their clients. Posts on social media are amazing, but you'll still have some old school clients that don't really pay attention or miss posts. So the friendly phone call or the happy holiday card or something to keep you front of mind is really what we try to explain to our agents to do. It's not, and you don't always have to be promoting yourself. Someone knows that everyone knows that I'm in real estate. I don't need to I don't need to remind them that I'm in real estate. I genuinely enjoy meeting people. So when I call somebody, it's because that's me. I really want to see how they're doing or how the new baby's doing, or I don't need to call and ask for that referral. It's implied, but it's not that obvious that I'm only calling them for business.
Right.
So
you keep that personal approach, and and if you just call and ask, hey, how are the kids? They know you are in real estate. You are so right, Lisa. It's just like on a dime. And what about like business planning and thinking about new marketing strategies? I do believe that December is the perfect month to create everything you want to do in the beginning of the year.
It is. And, we've been working with the teams that we have and the individual agents that we have here. And I try to share with them my experiences. 3 years ago, and as I said, I've been in the business a long time, but 3 years ago, I had decided I was hiring a coach.
Oh, okay.
For myself, because not only as manager, I still run a successful team in New Jersey.
Yes, that's true. You have beautiful listings.
Thank you.
I know them because we take care of your marketing.
You take all of those photos for me. So I had approached the Tom Ferry Group.
Oh, okay.
And said that I wanted to hire a coach. I don't need a coach that's fresh out of college that's going to bring me through a chart every day asking how many phone calls have I made.
Right.
My business was so big, but I had no solid foundation. My foundation was crumbling because it was non-existent. So I hired them for a year to help put the foundation in place. And through that, I got introduced to Follow Up Boss and programs like that helped me be accountable, because I was doing the business. I was making the money. That wasn't the issue. But knowing how I was spending that money and knowing what the ROI was on what I was spending, I knew it from a gut perspective because I've done it for so long. But I didn't have the hard data to figure out where I should pivot and shift and spend my time to be more productive. So that's kind of what I share with my agents. I look at their, basically do an audit of what they're doing and help them grow in the right direction.
That's fantastic. And I believe in coaching. I'm a Buffini girl, but it doesn't really matter as long as you have someone who helps you grow the business and be accountable. I think that that is extremely important. So that that is the business planning. So that's exactly what you are doing with your agents. You learn for yourself and then you share it with the team. And by the team, I mean not just your personal team that you run as a business, but the team of agents in your office.
Exactly.
That's why they're here.
I would like to think that.
Well, I appreciate that very much, Lisa. Thank you for your time. I wish you and your big team all the best in this at the end of this year. Great holidays and a successful 2024, which I'm sure is going to be very successful.
Thank you, Lucy, and same to you. I really enjoyed this.
All the best to you.
Thank you.
Cheers, everybody.